Alright, so we've got examples here of linear inequalities, okay? And they're called linear because the highest power we've got here is power 1, yeah? This is just x. It's not x, there's no x squared or anything. So we're going to solve these linear inequalities here, okay? And we treat them pretty much like general equations when we're solving them. So in the case of this first one here, what I'd be thinking of is just taking that 2 over, yeah? Of course, when you take it over, it becomes a minus. And you keep the inequality sign as it is, right? So no, you shouldn't be using equals at all here, okay? Because it's an inequality. So keep it as it is. But all I've done is I've taken that 2 over. Of course, it becomes a minus. We're just left with x then on this side. So 6 take away 2 is 4. Okay, and we've got sort of a form of a solution here, because what we could say now is that 4 is less than x, okay? But a proper way of saying this is to sort of start off with the x, yeah? So if we do it the other way round, okay, so instead of saying 4 is less than x, if we sort of read it backwards, x is more than 4, so we should write it like that, okay? Okay, because x is more than 4, so start off with the x here, say then is more than 4. And quite simply, what that means is if we had a number line, okay, where you've got, you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Yeah, if x has got to be more than 4, it can take any value from 4. Well, it can't include 4, but any value above 4. Okay, so generally within inequalities, we will use this sort of symbolism here, and I won't shade this sort of circle in because it can't actually equal 4. Okay, if we had here x is greater than or equal to 4, I'd shade that in, okay, because it's greater than 4, it's got to be above 4 and beyond all the way to infinity. So with the second one here, okay, now because it's a minus x, I'd be tempted to take that over the other side, okay, so, and we'll swap it then with the 7, so the 7 goes over that side. So if we take the minus x over, it becomes a plus x, greater than the 3, and take that 7 over, so it becomes minus 7. So we get x is greater than minus 4. So similar situation with our number line, okay, except this time we'd be focused on the minus 4 here, and x has got to be more than minus 4, okay. So again, the circle, we won't fill it in. So anything from minus 4 onwards can't include minus 4, so but everything above minus 4 all the way to infinity. With the third one, okay, notice we've got x's on both sides here. Okay, so if I take that minus 4x over, if I take the 4x over, it'll become minus 4x. So we're going to have minus 2x, and if I take that over, we have minus 4x. So we end up with minus 6x. Perhaps a better way is to keep get the numbers on this side and get the x's on the other side, yeah? So if I keep the 1 there, take that 7 over. So if I take it over, it becomes a minus 7. So take it over the other side. So get the numbers on the left-hand side greater than. So on the right-hand side, keep the 4x where it is. But take that minus 2x over. So if I take the minus 2x over, it goes from a minus to a positive, yeah? So I'll get here 1 take away 7 is minus 6. Greater than 4x plus 2x is 6x. Of course, to get x on its own then, I need to take that 6 over and divide. So I'll have minus 6 divided by 6 is greater than x. So of course then we have minus 1 is greater than x. But again, where we should write it then is to have x at the start, right? So x is less than minus 1. Finally then, you've got this type of linear inequality here. We have to be careful with this. So what I would do here is try and sort of get rid of that fraction to start with. So we take that 2 over the other side. Now think about it. When we do equations, when you take a value over, you've got to do the opposite. So because we're dividing by 2 here, when you take it over, you've got to times by 2. So we get this. So 2 will go over and times all of this, as I've got here. So I could simplify that then to be 4. 2 times 2 is 4. And then maybe we'll expand the bracket. So 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times minus 3x is minus 12x. Okay, so just times through by 4 there. Now let's take that minus 12x over to the left hand side. So we get plus 12x. Okay, so x plus 12x, well, that becomes 13x is greater than or equal to 4. And then to get x on its own, because I'm timesing by 13, take it over, do the opposite and divide. So there we've solved our inequality there. So in this case, x can be greater than or equal to a fraction, 4/13. All right, and we leave it as a fraction. Don't change it to a decimal, just leave it like that. So it's greater than, or it could equal 4/13. And there's our solved inequality.